Welcome back to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm your host, Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. We're coming to you from day 3 of the Singapore Fintech Festival. And joining us for this segment, we have Johan Toll, who's the Head of Digital Assets with our Market Technology Group at Nasdaq. And we're going to take a look at embracing emerging technologies to unlock growth opportunities. Johan, thanks so much for joining us at the Fintech Festival. And there's been a lot of development of blockchain and digital assets, certainly a hot topic here. What happens next?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, now we have lived with Bitcoin since it was launched 10 years ago, more or less. So I think we've seen it slowly continue to mature as digital currencies, and we have a lot of digital currencies coming out there. And I think what we see here at the Singapore Fintech Festival is that there's a lot of talk now about how to use the blockchain technology beyond cryptocurrencies and focus a lot into the digital asset space. So we can see how we can start to explore those technologies to more efficient launch more efficient markets.
Yeah, I thought it was really encouraging. All the topics that we've discussed here isn't just about cryptocurrency and Bitcoin. Basically anything that has a supply chain, logistics, distribution systems, any industry can share the benefits of blockchain.
Exactly. So we see a lot of use now of blockchain. You can connect the blockchain technique with smart contracts. So and when you bring that into new markets, as we see a lot of usage for it, you can start to connect the full supply chain into the real world. So you can get a better contact between the physical commodity that you want to trade with a digital asset represented on a network. So through smart contracts techniques, you can connect the real commodity with a digital contract, and by that creating more value in your digital contract, so it make it easier to trade.
And this is what's really exciting with Nasdaq Market Technology, because we're starting to use blockchain beyond exchanges. What are some of the other types of new markets that can leverage this technology?
Exactly, so we see a lot of opportunities now beyond the capital markets, where we can use the blockchain technique to facilitate more efficient, more optimized markets. And especially for one example would be, once again, on the commodity side, how you then can create more sophisticated contracts and tokens that can be made available for trading in a more modern fashion. And then once they've been traded, you can immediately settle them back onto the blockchain network and as well as managing the custody of those networks.
So at the end of the day, for clients who are using blockchain technology, what does it mean for their business overall? Does it improve operational efficiencies? What are they getting out of this?
I think what we primarily see is that you get a shared golden source of truth when you start to use the blockchain technique here. For many of these markets outside, they are still using the telephone to communicate, and obviously there should be better ways to communicate a trade than to call each other. So that's one good example. The other one is when you create the contracts on the network, you can then facilitate market transparency, you can facilitate better optimization of the resources by allowing the buyer and the seller to efficiently meet up at the marketplace. And once they have agreed on the trade, on the deal, we can securely lock down the information of that trade, once again back to the ledger. And then we can track the whole delivery and settlement process. The delivery of the commodity, we can track the payment of the commodity through the immutable ledger in a shared way. So I think this very much opens up for better collaboration on markets that we have today, but that are currently used to, a lot of communications, phone calls, faxes, emails being sent back and forth, and a lot of confusion maybe of what was agreed upon a couple of days or months before. So now using this technique, we can securely guarantee safe and in good markets.
All right, Johan, thanks so much for joining us at the Fintech Festival. And thank you for joining me throughout the day on Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.